Imagine your family member is stuck in another country facing real danger, and you're sitting here in the United States wondering what on earth you can do right now. There's actually a legal pathway called humanitarian parole, and it might be the lifeline you didn't know existed. Parole in the immigration world has nothing to do with getting out of jail. It's when the US government temporarily allows someone into the country who wouldn't normally qualify for a visa. Think of it like the government saying, okay, we'll make a special exception here, but just for now, the agency in charge of this process is called USCIS, which stands for U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, and they are the gatekeepers to this whole thing. You, as someone already in the United States, would file what's called Form I-131, also known as the Application for Travel document, on behalf of your family member abroad. Here's the catch, though. You can't just say your relative is in danger and call it a day, because USCIS needs to see real, documented, urgent humanitarian reasons. Think medical emergencies, credible threats of violence, or situations where waiting for a normal visa could genuinely cost someone their life. The government is essentially asking you to prove two things: that the situation is urgent and that there's a very good reason this person needs to be in the United States specifically. It's a bit like writing the most important persuasive essay of your life, except the stakes are someone you actually love. You'll need to gather supporting documents, and this is where people often underestimate how much paperwork is involved. Police reports, medical records, letters from organizations, news articles about conditions in the region. Basically anything that paints a clear and honest picture of the danger. There's also a filing fee, which is currently around $530. Though fee waivers exist if you genuinely can't afford it, don't let money be the reason you don't try, because that waiver option is there for a reason. Processing times can be frustratingly slow, sometimes months, which feels cruel when someone is in immediate danger, and that's a totally valid frustration to have. In extreme emergencies, USCIS does have an expedite request process, and you'll want to flag that immediately and explain in writing exactly why waiting is not an option. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. Parole is temporary, usually granted for 1 to 2 years, so it is not a green card or a path to permanent residency on its own. You'd likely need to work with an immigration lawyer to figure out what longer-term options might exist once your family member is safely here. Speaking of immigration lawyers, this is one of those situations where trying to go it completely alone is like performing your own surgery because you watched a YouTube video. A qualified immigration attorney knows how to frame your case, what USCIS is actually looking for, and how to avoid the small mistakes that can get an application denied. Some nonprofit legal organizations offer free or low-cost immigration help, so if hiring a private lawyer feels impossible, please don't give up on getting professional guidance. Organizations like Clinic, the International Rescue Committee, or local legal aid societies might be able to connect you with someone who can help. One thing that trips people up is confusing parole with asylum. They are not the same thing. Asylum is for people already in the US or at the border asking for protection, while parole is something you apply for while your family member is still outside the country. It's also worth knowing that parole decisions are made case by case, which means there's no guaranteed outcome no matter how strong your application is. That uncertainty is incredibly hard to sit with, but building the most thorough, well-documented case possible genuinely does improve your chances. The most important thing you can do right now is start, gather documents, research the form, and reach out to a legal professional, because time is often the most precious resource in these situations. Doing something imperfect today beats doing nothing perfectly while the danger continues. Every family situation is different, every case has its own details, and the immigration system is complicated enough that one-size answers rarely fit everyone. If you want to learn more about how our company can help you navigate situations like this one, check out the links in the description.